has becoming a mother changed my views on education? I'm Dr. Emily Sherwood. If you're interested in education policy, please like and subscribe. So I became a mom last year at the age of 42, and becoming a mom has been wonderful. My daughter is amazing. It has led to me rethinking a lot of things in my life and a lot of the views I have. And that includes views on education. So I was an educator for almost 20 years, I had a PhD in education. I know all the educational research. I have a huge interest in educational policy. And I don't really think that my views have changed as far as what's right for society and what we need to do for education. I do feel like I understand more why some people feel the way they do. And so what I mean by that is that in the United States, there are many people who have really, really strong views on education. And a lot of them, unfortunately, have had very poor experiences in the school system, or their children have had poor experiences in the school system. And many times they're also influenced by politics or religion in the United States, what we call the religious right, very conservative political group of people who are very conservative, who usually are part of more conservative churches, tend to hold really strong views about education that are extremely negative, and that have ideas about education that are false. For example, they believe that schools are turning children against God. There's no evidence of that at all. In fact, many schools have after-school programs and so forth with that are religion-based. But again, there's this idea of public schools in the United States as just being really awful and ideologically being very liberal and against what parents want. And I used to just think those people were crazy. I'll be honest. When I was in East Tennessee, I was involved in a fundamentalist religion group for a time, and I was really disliked, and a part of it was because I was a teacher. I was a public school teacher. It's also because I was single, which is another story of another day. Public school teachers were seen by the enemy, and I thought that was just crazy and incredibly judgmental and ignorant and wrong. And I just really had a problem with that. I still have a problem with the idea because I feel like that's a very bad idea for society. I think now that I'm a mom, I understand. I think I understand more about how you want to protect your child at any time, and you want what's best for your child. And if that means doing something that the world considers radical, they'll do it. If it means giving up a career, a lot of these women will give up their careers for homeschooling, which was the big trend there. And I'm going to talk about that in another episode. I have kind of mixed feelings about homeschooling now. But if you need to give up your career to do that, then they would do it. And I felt like this was really an overreaction because the schools, especially the schools there in East Tennessee, were not at all radical. Most of the teachers were Christians and had very strong conservative views. But I think as a mom now, I kind of get it. How you could hear something on the news, and even though it is not accurate, or there's a spin on it, it may be exaggerated, it may be misconstrued, it may be, there are all kinds of things that are done to make teachers look bad in this country and schools look bad. I could see more how parents' love for their child and concern for that child could lead to a parent believing that. And yeah, I understand now a little bit more why parents are so individualistic with their children, and why there's this attitude sometimes that you have to shelter your child away from the perceived harms of schools. Again, I don't think that particularly there. I'm not sure that was realistic, but I think I get it more now. And that doesn't excuse the fact that that people are bashing teachers. That's wrong in any place. It's wrong when you have people who have dedicated their lives to children and who usually make very little money and deal with a lot of disrespect to begin with, and it's wrong to turn around and say that those people are the enemy, because they're not. Schools are not perfect places, and I totally agree that they're not perfect places, and I can totally understand why parents might want different choices for their children. But it is still not appropriate to bash teachers or to say that schools are wrong society. That's just not appropriate. That's not good for the future of our country. So yeah, I'm starting a series about school choice now, and I just want to say in advance that I recognize why parents who have very strong feelings against public schools, why they have those feelings, and why they might make different choices for their personal families. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you. Until next time, keep learning. Please like and subscribe.